Awesome. Awesome. Very good. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in his facial white hair. Okay. And this is all coming in this area here. So I'm going to come here and I'm just going to work this coming in. And it's going to be just like really jagged, like we did everything else here. Okay. So I'm going to just kind of work this in. It's going to go over that yellow and green here at a point. Okay. I'm going to do a curvature right here by the beak. And that's going to be my border right there. That little curvature. All right. I'm going to come over to this side. This curve right here is going to be my border here. And I'm just going to work this all the way. And we are covering up. We're painting over some of that orange and some of the green and yellow in the eye. We are going to do 2 coats of this. All right, so then I'm going to come here and I want this to come up really, again, really jagged. It's going to come up this way, really jagged. All right. Once I do that portion there, I'm going to take this eye right here and I'm going to run this all the way up here like this. Okay. And then we're going to have little feathers, little jagged feathers that are going to breach off. Right there. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing to this side. I'm going to run this all the way up here. Just like so. Okay? And then we're going to have little feathers that are going to kind of breach off. Right there. Okay. I'll bring that closer so that you can see that. All right? So at this point, I'm going to come back down here to this side. And I'm going to add in some more of that white. Now, some of your other coloring may come through. That is perfectly fine. We're just going to do a second coating of it. Okay, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to add in a second coat. Should be really, really jagged. Okay. I'm going to do it in my center part here again. Okay. And then I'm also going to come up here again. Of course, it does not have to be perfect. In fact, with this little owl, the more imperfect it is, the better it looks. So I'm going to run this up here again. Look on my feathers. All right. I got a little bit of black on my brush because evidently I didn't dry all my black spots a moment ago. So I'm going to wash my brush out. You don't necessarily have to do that, but I am going to wash my brush out because I don't want the black come through. All right, so I'm going to get a little bit of white on my brush and I'm going to come into his beak and I'm going to do just a little white here. And there. Okay, so I'm going to add some white into his beak. Now again, if you don't want to do that, you certainly don't have to do that. This is your owl. You don't have to do that. Okay, on my sponge brush, the one that we use to do our purple with, I'm going to take this hard tip right here, the hard tip. I'm going to dip it into the white And now I'm going to come over to my owl and I'm going to just touch it down. That way I have an eye right there. And I'm going to do the same thing over on this side. Okay? So now that I have that done, I am then going to take the hard tip of my paintbrush. I'm going to dip it into my white. And right below that circle, I'm going to just do a small one. Just touch it down and pick up. Okay? And then I'm going to wipe that off. All right. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to put it in my black. And I'm going to kind of come in here where I have this feather. And I'm going to add in some black lines and some black feathers in here. Oh, you see here, you guys can't see that part. There we go. Just going to add in a few black ones right there. All right, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to add in some black right there. All right. Once I'm done doing that, I just want to kind of, now you don't have to do this part, I'm just going to kind of jaggedly put a little bit of black around the orange part of the eye here. Okay. And then I want to kind of bring this black down to this middle section of my where it touches my beak right there. Okay, I'm just going to bring that down. Now I'm going to join these two together with a slight curvature. Okay, so I have that. Again, you don't have to do this part. If you don't want to, if you're happy with yours, leave it like it is. I'm going to come in and I want to add in a few little black feathers throughout here. You don't have to do that. You certainly do not have to do that. This is yours. Now that I have that part done, I am going to kind of come here and I think I'm going to, well, no, I don't think I'm going to, I am doing it. I'm going to outline my beak right there. All right. At this point, I'm going to say that my owl is done. I love my owl. I think he is bright and pretty. He's a happy owl. I like that. But that is my owl. And when you've painted your owl, please log on to this channel and post a picture of your finished painting. I would love to see it, okay? Thank you so much for painting with me. I hope you really do enjoy painting this owl. It's been a lot of fun. Like I said, I did it during art camp. This is my third time painting this owl. And every single time, I just enjoy it. I really do. All right, well, thank you so much for watching and painting with me. And you guys have a wonderful remaining part of your summer. Stay safe and healthy. And I do appreciate you. Have a good day.